Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to my little vlog here. My name is Frank. As always, I am your humble host of Dairyman's Diaries. We progress through many of my days and many of my ramblings really here on Meadow Grove Farm. Now, as you can see, it's bright and early this morning, and we are out and about in the John Deere. We're using the John Deere to cart the milk this morning because yesterday I put the voucher back onto the sprayers for the day. Maybe a bit more than a day actually, see how we get on. Just get around that corner there. So I wasn't going to take those back off again, so yeah, just thought I'd chuck the John Deere on the front and it handles it okay. You've just got to be a little bit careful now and again, to be honest. But we're back up at the yard. We're going to just swing in here. I think we've got Roger here already actually. Yes, there he is. Roger is... Ooh, it's tight. Roger is my man when it comes to drilling maize. So we're going to get him set away first off this morning. So I just need to take off the milk tanker. Let's see where we can put this actually, because behind me I believe is pretty full. Oh no, we can stick it straight back there, that'll work. I can see a great deal on where I'm going, but we'll have to just guess at it really. There's my weight block, and there's the pillar. Lovely, we'll just sneak her in like that. Job done. Job done. Excellent. Let's it forward touch and then we'll just unhook this, I think. So we need to hook this off, put the weight back onto the back end, and then also stick on the bale grab on the front, or the bale handler on the front really. We'll get Roger all fueled up, all filled up, ready to go. He's got a lovely old 7810 there. That's a thing of beauty. God, he keeps it in good condition. I mean, he's parked right in the way, but he keeps his tractor in good condition. And also, I need to turn around here. So we got everything fed up as per usual this morning there. Nice and easy. Nice to have some hay back around so we can use that and make some good mixed ration. So the cattle were very happy this morning to see that. It's also another nice sunny-ish day today, so everything is drying up a treat, which is why we're going to try and venture onto the fields and do a little bit of spraying once we can. We've got a lot to do. All of the spring-drilled crops need to be treated, so we're going to jump onto that one very shortly, I should think. Lovely, and then we need to spin around and pick up our fertilizer bags. And we're going to be putting fertilizer and seed into Roger's drill there. We can take both of them, which is really super handy actually. It means that we can, when the seed starts to germinate and establish, it's got some fertilizer there, which will be again just a 20-10-10 ratio of nitrogen, phosphate and sulfur. But what it means is that when it starts to grow, it's got instant nutrients there for it to really kick on with. So that's what we want to see. So we'll just hook that up like so. That's lovely. Swing around this corner a little better. Who parked that trailer there? What a useless place. Excellent, up we come. Now, trick is, have I got enough space to... Yes, I can do this. Got the foot there, let's go back. Make sure I don't clutter my shed panel in. Lovely stuff. So this little drill of Roger's, I think it's only like 3 meters, but it's sufficient. We don't do a lot. He typically does a lot of drilling the maize for his own, for his dairy farm. He has a mixed farm, but it's predominantly dairy based, I think it's fair to say. And then he also has quite a large contracting business for game crops, like bird crops really. So I don't know where he's gone, but we'll just get that filling up like this. Perfect. It seems like he's full there already, so we're gonna have to. We'll have to leave these around the yard somewhere on the loader so he can come back and fill himself up. The drill also takes fertilizer, as I mentioned, so we'll go and fill up the tanks. But we'll leave these 2 bags here. We're not going to be around the yard for the most part today, so we'll leave. Roger's more than capable of looking after these if he needs to. Probably more so than I am because I just nearly knocked one over there. Anyway. Now we need to try and sneak around this corner. We're never going to get around there. We'll just turn around quickly and then we'll pick up some more, pick up some fertilizer. Get them on his way here. So we're just going to take 1 bag here. The rest of this is going to be put onto the majority of it will likely go onto the spring crops. I've got 2 bags, so I just want 1. But then we'll also put some, if need be, we're going to put a lot onto the silage ground as well, which is probably going to need some treatment kind of in the next week or so, I should think. I want to get the spring cereal crops done first, and then we'll turn our attention to those. They've got some nice growing conditions at the moment. And they've already been treated once, so I think it's really necessary that we look after the arable side of the farm right now. Alright, so we'll get this one put in here and loaded up, and then we will be away. I think we might just leave this on the landy, on the tractor here, because we're going to be going out in the landy very shortly. Okay then folks, we're going to leave. That is the 2nd bag of fertilizer there, ready for Rog, and he can get to that when he needs to. So we'll get him sent on his way, and then we're going to jump into the landy behind him. Lovely, there he goes, perfect stuff. So he's going to head down to the field just at the end of the yard here. Now we're going to jump into our Land Rover here. What we need to do is go and pick up the Valtra. Now the Valtra has in it a whole load of cancel that bit. Now the Valtra. Okay, so Roger is away and he's up and working, I do believe. We have just jumped into Land Rover. We're going to head down to the sheep yard where we've got the Valtra parked up. That's where the sprayers are kept. So I took the tractor down there last night and got it all kitted up. We actually have to go down to the old yard of ours where we've still got some chemicals left in the tank over there. We haven't quite got those shipped across yet because the tanker was still full, so we didn't want to look into that. But we will have a quick look and just make sure if Frank is in there. Yeah, he's getting himself set up. Perfect. So we will turn this way and we'll get ourselves away. Another glorious day. There's not a lot of wind in the air either, which is perfect for spraying. Ideal conditions, really. Hasn't rained at all recently as well, so we should be able to get on there. We're going to be applying a broadleaf herbicide today, which will kill off any of the weeds that are coming through at the same time as the crop is trying to grow. We're just that stage now where the plant is coming through in several fields actually, so we want to just get on top of any weeds, black grasses or anything else just before they start to dominate too much. So that's what we'll be putting down there today. It also does give the crop a little bit of a boost as well. Any nutrients that are in the soil, we don't want the weeds swallowing really and taking. We want only the crop to benefit from those. So we are in here. We'll get pulled up here, and then we'll get ourselves up and away in just a moment or two. Okay, so here we are. We're all tucked in the corner. What I need to do is just have a quick look around there. We hooked it all up last night. There doesn't appear to be any drips or anything I should be concerned with around the hydraulics on the sprayer. That's all looking very good. So we'll jump on in and we're going to head on down to the... there we go. That was a bit tight. We'll head on over to the old farm where we need to go and empty out that chemical tank, really. So we'll jump down there, we'll fill that up, and then we'll go and see what mischief we can get ourselves into on the yard and across some of the fields. Now, if you look at our map, in fact, let's bring up this one. We are going to be looking to come back up to around the cattle yard, to be honest, where we'll target 43, 40, 45. And then we'll stay around there and go up to some oats and up to 82, 81 as well. So it shouldn't take us too long. We've got a 24-meter reach spray, so it's more than ample size for my scale of operation. Now this spray does have the auto shut off enabled, which is a really nice little feature. So we will see this working shortly, but until then I will drive on down to the yard and we'll get this thing filled up. And what I may do actually is we drive something I haven't done for a while. I'll keep the camera on, but we'll just speed it up and we'll take a drive. So we'll see you down there. Okay, everybody, we're back. I didn't really want to film too much in there. It's not really my place to film now. Since we've moved on, it's probably best that we just got in there and get ourselves out, really, to be honest. So we're going to head back up now. We've got 2 full tanks, and let me tell you, this tractor is a little bit back heavy. Good job we got the front tank on there, because it is jumpy. Let's just say that. So what we'll try and do when we get into the field is empty the front, the rear tank first, actually, which should hopefully just allow us to have a little bit more control. Other than that, though, we're full. This should keep us going for quite a significant amount of time. We'll have to see, but we'll just take our time. We're in no rush today. Last thing we want to do is rush and cause an accident of any sort. So we'll just take our time up to the field, and then we'll get ourselves set up. The first field, we're going to have to do a little bit of setup calibration, really, just to make sure everything is working properly. But yeah, we will. Shouldn't take us too long there. We'll get it mastered and we'll crack it, and then yeah, after that we should make some real good progress. So we'll keep on driving up, and I think I'll catch you in the field. Okay, so here we are. We have just done a few little quick checks and calibrations. Make sure all the nozzles are facing the right way. We should have really done this in the shed, but we didn't really. So that's probably an error on my part. But you know, it's in good shape. I know it's been in good shape. So we had to check all the nozzles were working. As you can see, we've sprayed a little bit on the ground there just to make sure we're looking good as well. So everything really is working fantastically. What we'll do, we're going to crack on. Well, this field is a little over 15 acres, like 16 and a half all in, and we'll get this one wrapped up pretty quickly. So we'll push through, and yeah, let's see how many fields we can get done today, shall we? But yeah, it's a lovely, beautiful day for it, that's for sure. Another cloud in the sky. I need to turn my lights off though, and then we can get ourselves underway here. The boom's about the right height, which is perfect. We'll just bring down my speed. Excellent news. So I think this is going to be the last time we'll be able to get out of here with the regular tires on. The ground is dry enough to let us do it as well, which is good. But the crop's at that point where it's not too tall. If it gets any taller, any thicker, then we'll start to destroy too much of it. So we have to be a bit careful there. But at the moment, yeah, we'll do all right with these tyres on, and then we can always put the row crops on once the crop starts to grow a little bit more. But what we might do, I've just called my cousin there before, my nephew, sorry, and he's going to come along with his little droney thing. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not allowed to use it, I know that much, but I don't know how to fly it, even if I wanted to. It's not a cow, so it's not within my ballpark, let's say that much. So he's going to come along, and we're going to see if we can get some nice little shots that I can add on to this little edit. Yeah, we'll stick something together and try and make it interesting for you. So come back, and so we'll come back to you, and hopefully have something worthwhile to watch. So we had a drone failure, people. Little Jack brought the drone out, and he claims he didn't crash it. It looked awfully like a crash to me. We're not going to get around there. We'll go in through the other gate. But he claims the battery died in it, and he threw it up in the air, and it kind of came straight back down again. So, never mind. We'll carry on. We're going to do one more field here, and then we'll call it a day for the camera, I think. But we've got lots to keep pushing through. It's going very well, very smoothly so far, actually. Which I'm delighted about. Get around this corner. I'm going to head back down to that little Dutch barn there where we keep some of the trailers. But yeah, we've got a little field down there to do. And then yeah, it's coming through quite nicely actually. There's a bit of an issue with the tram lines. I've noticed that when the drill man came in, because we didn't drill these, the tram lines are set to the wrong width. I've got a 24-meter spreader and I think he's set them to 30, which is not ideal, but we'll figure out a way to get around that somehow. We're going to have to, which be if we just have to trample on a little bit of the crop, I don't know, but we will see. We'll just go to this corner to get a start, I think. Yeah, that's the way we'll come in. So yeah, some things never quite go the way you planned, and in this case the tram lines on this field are definitely one of those instances. But we will persevere, not want to shy away from a bit of a challenge. So let's just get our PTO engaged, and there we go. So just going to follow these around here. As you can see, they are a little bit, in this case they're not too bad, but they're a little out of sync at the moment. But we're covering them most of it. If need be, we'll try and figure out a way to get past this for the next time round. But yeah, we might be actually alright here. Maybe it was just those two fields we were on before. It's going too far across now. It's gone the other way. Careful not to waste too much on the margins here, because if we get caught doing this by the environmental agency, we can get into a bit of grief. So yeah, we'll just swing away from those, don't get too close at all. Alright, that's the headland done. So hello and welcome along to you all. I don't think I've actually done that yet. Shame on me, Frank. Welcome to all of the new guys and girls who have joined. Thank you very much for joining the family here. I'm honoured and delighted that you have done. I hope you're having fun. I'm getting a lot of great comments from you guys as well, so do keep those coming. And always do let me know where you're watching from. Recently we've got some viewers from across North America, from the US, from Sweden, from Norway, a lot of Irish out there, so thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Like I say, always just drop me a comment down below if you have any questions, comments, feedback, anything like that at all. I'll always take them into consideration, and I always like to reply as well. So typically, if you comment, you'll always get a reply from me as well. Lovely, that's this little paddock done as well. So we will fold this up for now. There's a couple more fields we're going to go at, but we'll put the camera down here for now, I do believe. Everything is filmed up. I have been Frank, as always. You have been amazing, so thank you very much for watching and sticking with me. If you have enjoyed today's episode, do hit that thumbs up button, and if you have any further questions or comments, drop them down below and I'll get back to you. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Until we see you again, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, but most importantly, happy farming.